Hello, I am Vaidikruti Bhavsar, and today we are going to start the second topic of the second chapter, that is Darshan Nirupan. The second topic is very much important as per the NCISM syllabus, as from this topic there are probably higher chances of asking a 5-marker short answer question as well as 10-marker question for classification and introduction of the 9 schools of philosophy according to Ayurveda. Also, there is another topic. So, first we are going to learn the etymology of the word darshan. Then we are going to learn the classification and general introduction to the 9 schools of Indian philosophy: Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Mimamsa, and Vedanta Darshana. What is the etymology of word darshan? Darshan, drish dhatu, with the suffix which means the vision or visualization, etc. So darshan is made from drish dhatu plus suffix. Then its nirukti. The nirukti of darshan is drishyate anena iti darshanam. This is important. It means that the vision of truth. It is the yatharth sadhak. It is the vision of truth. Okay, and yatharth gyan sadhak. Sadhak means the instrumentation for the yatharth gyan. Drishyate, another nirukti, Drishyate Srishti Swarupa iti Darshanam. The first one nirukti is important, you must by heart that. This is a less important one. It means the same which was told above, that Darshan tells or shows the reality or the nature of the creation. Reality is Yatharth, okay, basically. So, Darshan tells and shows the reality or nature of the creation. What is the importance of Darshan? Or you might be asked the prayojan of Darshan. So, the importance of darshan is to know the secret or real knowledge about different problems of creations. Then, to find the causes of all the miseries. It promotes Satya Sakshatkar, that is, to know the absolute reality, Tattva Gyan or Ved Gyan, and helps the person to move in the right path. The effect of darshana in Ayurveda. The philosophy and Ayurveda talks about 3 factors. Philosophy means different type of darshan, okay? Nyaya darshan, Sankhya darshan, Vedanta darshan, etc. So the philosophy and Ayurveda talks about 3 factors. The soul, that is the Atma, Man, that is the mind, and the sensory organs. Both of them works to relieve the Trivit Dukh, that is Adi Bhautik Dukh, Adi Daivik Dukh, and Adhyatmik Dukh. The ultimate aim of both is to get the salvation, that is the detachment from the vicious circle of birth and death, that is moksha prapti. Ayurveda accepted Shat Padarth of Vaisheshik, especially the Samanya and Vishesh. Ayurveda accepted the principles of Yoga Darshan under the heading of Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa. Ayurveda accepted 25 principles of creation of Sankhya. Ayurveda has accepted the role of karma phal on life like Mimamsa Darshana. Next is the basic classification of darshan. This is important, okay? This classification is asked. So, you must learn every detailed classification under the sub classifications. So, the basic classification is 2 types of darshan. One is astik darshan, another one is nastik darshan. Okay? The definitions are equally important. Remember the shlok, both are very easy and similar. The first definition is of astik darshan. Asti parloka gyeyat ityad eva matiyasya saha astikah, means the ones who believe in God, heaven, rebirth, and fate. Considers the soul as a separate entity. The darshan which believes in Ved is called Astik darshan. Which are the Astik darshan? So, examples are Vaisheshik darshan, Sankhya darshan, Purva Mimamsa, Uttar Mimamsa, Nyaya, and Yoga darshan. As per our syllabus, these are the under Astik Darshan. Okay. Next one, that is the second type, is Astik Nastik Darshan. Na asti paraloka itya eva materiyasya sa nastikah. So basically in Astik we had seen asti paraloka. Here it means nasti paralokam. Okay? So that is only difference between the both definition. So what are the criteria of Nastik darshan? So the darshan which does not have any belief in God, heaven, rebirth and fate. They also consider soul as a separate entity, but they believe in Ved. Example, the Charvak darshan. And the third one, that is the combination that is in between Astik Nastik Darshan, that is they believe in God, heaven, rebirth and fate, consider soul as separate entity, but can't believe the authenticity of Ved. Okay, so that's the difference between Nastik and Astik Darshan and Nastik Astik Darshan. Examples, Buddha and Jain Darshan comes under Astik Nastik Darshan. So let's see the Astik Darshana in really very much details. The first one, that is the first darshan which is under Astik Darshan, is Vaisheshika Darshan. So every darshan, whenever you are asked a short note on Vaisheshika Darshan or Sankhya Darshan or Yoga Darshan, then what are the key points you must include? That is why that's what I am going to tell you right now. So for example, we are asked the short note on Vaisheshika Darshan. So first, your point should be propounded by the Rishi. Okay. Then it's synonyms. If the darshan has having any synonyms, then you must write the synonyms. Then you have to write down how many padarthas they have included, and if you can remember how many sutra and chapters are there, then it is very well and good, it is a plus point. How many karan dravya they have explained, how many gun they have explained, and the detailed explanation of srishti rachna or other prayojan should be mentioned. Okay. Similarly, Nyaya Darshan, in that also we are going to see the same points. Okay. So this is what the points. And the last point which you must include should be of, according to Ayurveda, how that Darshana and its philosophy is, uh, you know, how according to Ayurveda it is authentic, and how the Ayurveda accepts the philosophies of that Darshan in the science. So first, let's just see from Vaisheshika Darshan. It was propounded by Maharshi Kannada, also known as Aulukya Darshan, Samanatantra and Kalpanyaya. Now you must be wondering why the synonyms are important, because sometimes in examinations you are not asked directly that write a short note on Vaisheshika Darshan. You might be asked that write a short note on Aulukya Darshan, write a short note on Kalpanyaya. So you must know that this is the synonym of Vaisheshika Darshan, and I have to write the details about Vaisheshika Darshan. So the ones which I have underlined with red are important. So you must remember them. Vaisheshika Darshan highlighted the description of Vishesh of the Shat Padarth, that is Dravya, Guna, Karma, Samanya, Vishesha and Samavaya. It contains 370 sutras and 10 chapters. Prashasta Pad wrote Bhasya on Vaisheshika Darshan. It is called the Padartha Dharma Sangraha. Described the 9 Karan Dravya, 5 Mahabhut plus Atma, Man, Kal and Dik. Described the 3 Gun, Sattva, Raj and Tam. Believed in the theory of Arambhavad. He explained in detail the theory of Parmanuvad, or also called as Pilupakavad, by which the structural and functional units of body can be assessed. The minute invisible part is called Parmanu. Parmanu is combines and forms Dvayanuk. Dvayanuk forms the Trasarenu, and so on. They explained and accepted the two Praman. Which are the two Praman explained by Vaisheshik? The first one is Anuman, that is the inference, and the second one is Pratyaksh or perception, that is Shabda and Upman under the Anuman. These both are actually not explained directly, but they are considered under Anuman only. So that is why how many Pramanas are accepted? Two Pramanas by Vaisheshik Darshan. Important for MCQ point of view. Okay. Atma is considered Nitya, Anek and Man as Anu. There are 5 types of karma explained by Vaisheshik Darshan. The first one is Utakshepan, Apakshepan, Ankunchan, Prasaran and Gaman. Utshepan means elevation or abduction. Apakshepan is depression or adduction. Ankunchan means flexion. Prasaran means extension and Gaman means locomotion. He has explained 17 plus 7, basically 24 gun. 17 are original gun and 7 are added by the commentator. So that is why 17 plus 7 is written. So basically what are the 24 gun of Vaisheshik gun? Roop, Ras, Gandh, Shabda, Sparsha, Sankhya, Pariman, Prathakatva, Sanyoga, Vibhaga, Paratva, Aparatva, Guru, Drava, Sneha, Buddhi, Sukha, Dukha, Ichha, Dvesh, Prayatna, Dharma, Adharma, Sanskar. Okay, and its prayojan is Moksha Prapti. Mostly all the Astik Darshanas are having the same prayojan, that is the same aim, that is for Moksha Prapti only. Okay, now let's see the similarities of Vaisheshik Darshan and Ayurveda. So there is a major contribution of Vaisheshik Darshan to Ayurveda. Vishesh Tattva have a great role in Ayurveda. It is implemented to reduce the aggravated factors by selecting the opposite principles. Vishesh means what? Opposites. Okay, so it has a great role because it is said that Ras Hetu Visheshastra, that is whenever something is increased in our body, to balance it, okay, we need something which reduces it. So what will reduce it? The things having opposite quality of the aggravating factors. Okay, so that is why Vishesh is important. It is accepted the Shat Padarth, but the sequence is Samanya-Vishesha, Gun, Dravya, Karma and Samavaya. ठीक है, सिमिलरली दोनों ने षट पदार्थ एक्सप्लेन किया है, सिर्फ सीक्वेंस की दैट इज अ चेंज इन सीक्वेंस. इन द कॉज ऑफ क्रिएशन देयर इज सिमिलैरिटी. बोथ बिलीव दैट द क्रिएशन इज क्रिएटेड फ्रॉम मूल प्रकृति और अव्यक्त एंड कंट्रोल्ड बाय परब्रह्मा. Parmanuvada of Vaisheshik helped Ayurveda to distinguish the objects or drugs like in Ahar Parinam, Dhatu Parinam, Ahar Parinam, Dhatu Parinam, etc. Both accepted the theory of Navakaran Dharavyas. Among Vaisheshik, 24 gun are accepted and only 22 gun accept the Dharma and Adharma. Both of them are having similarity in the theory of Nityatva of Atma and Anutva of Man. Both accepted the theory of Panchvat Karma and accepted the theories of Dukha, Karan, Tattva Gyan, Karma Phal, Punarjanma and Moksha. Both accepted the Pilupakvad, and the 90% of the theories for Vaisheshik and Ayurveda are similar. Let's see the second darshan of Astik darshan, which is Nyaya Darshana. Similarly, जो points हमने देखे थे bulletins, we are going to repeat them, the same sequence. Propounded by Akshapada Gautama and Vasyayana wrote the commentary on it. Nyaya Sutras are explained in the 5 chapters. It is placed first in the Astik Darshan for dealing with the secret of Vedic Dharma with Tark. The ultimate aim of this darshan is to achieve the salvation or dukha nivritti by avoiding the rag, dvesh, mithya gyan and avidya by establishing the satya gyan by thorough examination of padarth with 4 types of praman. Hence, it is also known as Pramana Shastra. Pramanaihi artham parikshanam nyayam. It is also known as anvikshiki. So this is synonym. Again, important for dealing with anuman, that is the inference, along with the pratyaksh, that is perception, shabda, that is verbal testimony or aptopadesh, and yukti praman, that is reasoning. So basically here the synonyms as well as which four types of praman is accepted by the Nyaya Darshan, four types. Okay, so these four types of praman accepted by Nyaya Darshan are pratyaksh, shabda, yukti, and anuman. The Parmanu Tattva of nine Karan Dravya, that is, Ishwar and Moksha, etc., can be understood with Anuman, Praman, and Tark. Hence, it is also known as Hetu Vidya, Tarka Vidya, Vada Vidya, and Adhyatma Vidya. Parmanu are Samvai Karan for Srishti. Ishwar is the Nimitta Karan for Srishti and also the cause for utilization of karma and phal. It believes in the Arambhavad but not in the Satkaryavad. This point is differentiating point. The concept of God, rebirth, karma phal, punarjanma, moksha, navkaran, etc. are accepted by Nyaya Darshan. There are 16 padarth by Nyaya Darshan explained for confirmation of knowledge and for attaining the moksha or salvation. They are Praman, Prameya, Sanshaya, Prayojan, Drishtanta, Siddhanta, Avyava, Tarka, Nirnay, Vad, Jalpa, Vitanda, Hetvabhash, Chal, Jati, and Nigraha Sthan. It considers Asatkaryavad and Pitarpakvad, and its aim, that is the Prayojan, is similar to that of Astik Darshan, that is the Moksha Prapti. Now, what are the similarities of Nyaya Darshan and Ayurveda? Both of them has accepted the theory of discussion before conclusion with the help of 16 padarthas. Both accepted the four praman like Charak, but the fourth praman is Upman by Shushruta instead of Yukti. But basically in Ayurveda, the four praman are similar to those explained by Nyaya Darshan. Both of them has accepted the concept of rebirth and moksha, and it is termed as Apavarga by Nyaya Darshan. As per both, the soul, mind and intellect, that is the Sattva, Atma and Man, have the role in deciding the work. Both accepted the role of karma phal and its relation to rebirth and moksha. Both of them has accepted the Navakaran Dravya, and there are similarities in the principles of Dukkha Nivritti. Both of them has accepted the importance of inference in the confirmation of argument, and there is similarity in the role of Parmanu for the creation, that is Srishti Utpatti. Ayurveda has not accepted Arambhavad of Nyaya Darshan. So there is a dissimilarity in this sense. Ayurveda has not accepted the role of Ishwar alone in the cause of creation, as Ishwar is considered the Nimitta Karan by Nyaya Darshan, but Ayurveda does not consider that. Nyaya Darshan used the word Apavarga for moksha. Now, let's see the third darshan among the Astik darshan, which is Sankhya darshan. Okay, also called as Sankhya darshan. The Sankhya darshan is explained by Maharshi Kapil. Now, as per your syllabus, the Sankhya Darshan is very much important and frequently asked question. Okay, because the philosophy of Sankhya Darshan is widely similar to that of Ayurveda, and the Maharshi Kapila, who is said as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, has explained the Sankhya Darshan. Sankhya means the knowledge of number. सम्यक ख्याति या संख्या या सम्यक ज्ञानम. Dukkha Nivritti, relieving the pain for unhappiness, is the aim of this darshan. Aim means the prayojan. Okay, so dikha nivritti or relieving from the pain or unhappiness is the aim of this darshan. For that, it gives the adequate knowledge about Prakriti and Purush, or the 25 principles of creation. Hence, the name given as Sankhya or Sankhya. The ultimate aim of this knowledge is attaining the salvation, that is the moksha, by which the miseries can be relieved permanently. 25 Tattva Utpatti. Okay, that is the creation of Srishti as per Sankhya Darshan, most IMP topic. So, the first Utpatti is done from the Mool. Mool is basically the root, which is none other than the Mool Prakriti, none other than Avyakta. Then the Avyakta transforms into Mahat, which is called Buddhi. Buddhi is having three bifurcation, three types, which is Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. So these are the Trivid Ahankar, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic Ahankar. When Sattvic and Rajasic, this both combines, the formation of 11 Indriyas take place, and when the Rajasic Ahankar combines with the Tamasic Ahankar, the formation of 5 Tanmatra takes place. 11 Indriyas are basically the 5 Gyanendriyas, 5 Karmendriya and 1 Man. Okay, so these are 11 Indriya formed by Sattvic plus Rajasic Ahankar. And 5 Tanmatra are Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha, formed by combination of Rajasic with Tamasic Ahankar. Shabda Tanmatra will form Akash Mahabhut, Sparsh Tanmatra forming Vayu Mahabhut, Roop Tanmatra will form the Tej Mahabhut, Ras Tanmatra will form the Jal Mahabhut and Gandh Tanmatra will form the Prithvi Mahabhut. So these are the formation of 5 Mahabhut, and as we know that from the 5 Mahabhut the Srishti is formed. Now coming towards the main principles of Sankhya Darshan. The first is Parinamvad, explained by Sankhya Darshan, which means that objects transform from one stage to another but never produced or destructed. Now you must be amazed to know that the theory of energy transformation is similar to Parinamvad given by the Sankhya Darshan. That is, energy is neither created nor destroyed, it can only be transformed from one form to the another. It explained the Satkaryavad, that is the theory of relativity, also explained by the Sankhya Darshan. असद कारणाद उपादाना ग्रहणात सर्वसंभवात शक्यस्य शक्य कारणात कारणभावाच्च सत्कार्यम. Now these are the concepts given by Sankhya Karika. Asat karanat, that is, it said that from asat, that is non-existence or abhava, sat cannot occur, that is existence cannot occur. Example, from seeds human cannot be produced. It means that for seeds plant is sat and human is asat. Okay, understood? The second one is upadan grahanat. It is said that from only the reliable associates the relevant products are generated. Example, oil is generated only from groundnut or coconut, and pot is created from soil. Cloth is made from threads. So this is upadan grahanat. Sarva sambhava abhavat. One karan never becomes the karya for many different things. That is, the seeds can never produce other than plant like birds, human, reptiles, etc. And the fourth principle is shakyasya shakya karanat. From one cause, relevant qualitative object can be prepared or produced. That is, from wood, only a wooden chair is formed, and from metal, only a metal chair is formed. but from wood a metal chair cannot be prepared. So shakyasya shakya karanat. The fifth principle is karana bhavat. From one variety of object, the same variety of objects can be produced. That is, from vrihi, a vrihi is only produced, and from wheat, a wheat is only produced, and from rice, wheat cannot be produced. That is karana bhavat. Sankhya Darshan has accepted the three Praman. Now, in above, we had seen that they had accepted, the Nyaya Darshan had accepted 4 Praman, and the Vaisheshik 2 Praman, and Sankhya has accepted only the 3 Praman. That is Pratyaksh, Anuman, and Shabda. Pratyaksh means the perception, Anuman means inference, and Shabda is Aptavachan. Sankhya Darshan is of two types. Seshwar Sankhya Darshan, that is those who believe in God, and Nireshwar Sankhya Darshan, who don't believe in the God. Now, let's see the similarities and dissimilarities of Sankhya Darshan with Ayurveda. Similarities of Sankhya Darshan and Ayurveda. Panchvinshanti Tattva, that is 25 elements given by Sankhya Darshan for evolution, but the Charak has accepted only 24 because Prakriti and Purush are one for Charak. The theory of matter, that is Parinamvad, neither produced nor destructed but takes different forms, is accepted and similar to those in Ayurveda. The theory of relativity, that is Satkaryavad, is that is the Karya reside in the Karan in the minute form, and hence it is relevant Karya can be produced, is also similar to the principles explained in Ayurveda. Theory of Trigun, Sattva-Rajantam, description of Purush, Veda Pramanikta, theory of Bandha and Moksha, salvation is the solution of Dukhatraya, that is the 3 types of miseries which we had seen in the Nyaya Darshan. Purush is the Nimitta Karan for the creation, and Purush takes different births up to Karma Shesh. Are some similarities of Sankhya Darshan with Ayurveda. And the last, that is the dissimilarities of Sankhya Darshan as per the philosophy of Sankhya and Ayurveda. So Sankhya Darshan is basically Nireshwarvad, but Ayurveda is Ishwarvad. Moksha means joining or of Purush with Prakriti after the detachment from Sukshma Sharir, whereas Ayurveda is believing in the fact that joining of Jivatma in the Paramatma. Ishwar is only Srashta or Sakshi, but not the Karta, is the philosophy given by Sankhya Darshan, but Ayurveda believes that Ishwar is the cause for Srishti, Sthiti and Lay, that is destruction. Sankhya Darshan accepted the Dvaitavad, that is Prakriti and Purush for creation, and Ayurveda has not accepted only Dvaitavad as the cause of creation, as there are other factors as well which are included by Ayurveda. Sankhya Darshan has given that Purush is Anik and Vibhutva, but Ayurveda says that Purush is Ekatva and Anutva. Sankhya says that it is only Gyan Marg, but Ayurveda is Gyan, Bhakti and Karma Marg also. So from the Yog Darshan, we will see in the next part. Thank you. This was Vaidik Ruti. Thank you all.